Kris and Larry family, I am so excited to be able to share this bonus video with you guys today. As you can hear, I'm sitting in my studio right now, but we filmed this yesterday, and it is a Tuscan style solar oven meal, and it's part of the hashtag Last Chance Cook-Off. Now, this collab has been amazing. 900,000 plus subscribers between all of the channels, and as well as almost 100 different channels involved. This is our second video. Our first video dropped at the beginning of the month, and we asked if we could do a second video because we do a lot of outdoor cooking here in Arizona on our homestead. So check out the video that we put together, and if you ever get a chance to cook via solar oven, I got you covered. There's a link below in the description bar. We will see you soon. Enjoy and check it all out. Bye for now, you guys. Good morning, Kris and Larry family. So today, if I can get the roosters to stop their crowing contest, today Rowan and I are putting together a solar oven recipe. And it is going to be a Tuscan style boneless pork strips. We're actually going to strip the pork steaks down so that they can cook faster in the solar oven. Now, it is a little cloudy right now, but we do have lots of blue sky too, so hopefully we can get our temperatures up. But this will cook in the solar oven for about 6 hours or so we should have plenty of time. Okay, so we're gonna set up our sun flare. Now, I have 3 different types of solar ovens. I'm choosing to use this one today. This is my newest version, and it's really, really super to set up. I will have a description link in, or a link in the description below for a link to it on Amazon, because that's actually where I picked this one up. So if you get a chance, check them out online. Now, this one is really easy because it folds all the way down into a bag. Now, you can see we've used ours quite a bit. It's got some staining and that in there, but it's got Velcro on either side. So you're gonna Velcro that together, and then we're going to take the zipper here and just zip it on up. Now, as soon as I get this hooked in, this zipper comes straight down and all the way around. And this will start the heating up process in here. Now, I like to heat up my solar oven for about a half hour before I put food in to make sure that it's nice and toasty in there. Let's get this all the way zipped. And everything is Velcroed together solid. Now, I'm putting it on top of my smoker today because I want to make sure that it's getting good sun where we're at. So this actually comes with a metal rack, and we'll put that metal rack in before we get going. It comes with a thermometer and a few other things as well. Now, solar oven is really, really great cooking, especially as hot as it's been through the United States for this season, because it is something that you can set up, you put your food in, and you leave it for 6 or 8 hours. So it is virtually an outdoor crock pot without using any energy but the sun's energy. Hey, Kris and Larry family, so you saw us set up the solar oven outside, and now I'm coming in to prep our food. Now, what we're doing today is a Tuscan based pork. I'm using boneless, skinless pork chops, and instead of using chicken in this, because this is what I've got. So we're just gonna slice this down into little small strips. The smaller the food, the better for the solar oven. And my solar oven came with 2 of these bowls. Now, it's heating up outside. It's at about 200 degrees right now. So I'm gonna get all of this cut and put in, and this will take about 6 hours to cook once it gets out in the solar oven outside. Now, a solar oven is like a crock pot that uses only the sun's energy. I love using that. As long as it's not going to have monsoon weather in the afternoon, it works perfectly. So what we're doing right now, I'm cutting up all this meat, and we're just doing this into strips. So it's just a bunch of strips that I'm throwing into these bowls. I'm dividing my food between the 2 bowls that came with the sun oven. And I'm gonna add the rest of my ingredients. Now, all of my ingredients are going to be listed below. and I'll have a printout for you guys too. So I'm just gonna make sure I had one steak that was a little bit bigger, making sure, I'll show you, that all of my meat is divided here. Now, I can get a different knife here. Let's get the kitty that wants to join us for dinner here. He came off the counter. All right, so I'm gonna cut this onion up. And I'm using a red onion. It's choice of flavor, so if you want a white or a yellow onion instead, you are more than welcome to do that. I'm just gonna peel this outer section off and just do strips for this onion. All right, that one had a bad spot on it, so we'll get rid of all that. And these we're just making onion strips. Now I'm only going to use half an onion for this recipe so it doesn't overwhelm, and I'm just going to pop these into pieces here. Everything is just layered into the solar oven bowls. Anything that you can cook in a crock pot, you can cook in your solar oven, which I love because I can set it and I can go on with my day. So the next part of this is we're going to go ahead and just add a couple spoonfuls. These are sun-dried tomatoes. They're already julienne cut. They're in oil. I'm going to be adding 2 big heaping kitchen spoons worth into each, oil and all. And it's just going to go right into my bowls here. I love this recipe because it's very easy to make and it tastes really good. Now, as for your seasonings, it is basically up to you of what you want in here. Now, I'm going to be using, this is freeze-dried garlic, and these are, I'm just going to use about half of a spoonful and sprinkle that on top of each bowl. Good try. Okay, we're going to be using, let's find the right one here. This is a freeze-dried Italian seasoning, and you can use any seasoning that you have. And again, about half of a spoonful. It's just sprinkled over the top. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more basil into here because I do like the flavor of basil in this recipe. Just a little quarter of a spoon extra of the basil. Now this is the lighthouse basil, and this is also a freeze-dried. I bought this at Costco, you guys. And it came in a set with that, with the garlic. And then I'm going to add a little bit, just some sprinkles of cayenne pepper in here, in both, as well as salt and pepper. And this is fresh ground pepper, obviously. But if you've got only pre-ground, then use that as well. And I'm adding some salt in. Sauce that goes on top of this. So it needs a half cup of chicken broth. You can use your own homemade. You can make your own with bouillon if you want to. This is some leftover. The girls were drinking chicken broth this week. They didn't feel good, so they pulled out a box. We keep a lot of these boxes in. We make a lot of soup. Now this is a half cup, so I'm going to pour about half of it on each bowl. And then we're also going to measure out some heavy whipping cream. Again, you can use your own if you milk your own critters. And this needs a cup and a half. So we're going to do about 3/4 of a cup in this one and 3/4 of a cup in this one. We have dogs that want to join up here. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and add some raw cheddar cheese in here. You can use Parmesan cheese as well. I happen to have cheddar cheese on hand. Now all of this you want to mix in at the end, so you don't have to worry about the cheeses being on top. Okay. Spoon here. Now this is served really nice with a loaf of bread, you guys, as well as you know, side salad. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the solar oven, and then a half hour before we're ready to eat, we're gonna drop in some spinach. Now I don't know whether I've got fresh spinach from the garden or I'm gonna use some freeze-dried, but either way, it's gonna get spinach in the top of this. Okay, so now you can see, here's the mixture. This tastes absolutely delicious. All right. So put the lid on this and put it in the solar oven. You got there, Berlin?
I have no idea.
And you're dripping.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. All right, so we're gonna stick these into the solar oven. We're sitting at about 200 degrees right now on the thermometer. So this will take all day to cook, but this is a Tuscan pork dish that we eat a lot. We eat a lot with chicken too. You like this? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Pot in. Keep it pretty even. So he's getting his pot in there. The other one's already in there. We're gonna go ahead and zip this up tight, if you could do that for me. And then we're gonna go in and set a timer for 6 hours to check it in 6 hours. How's that sound? All right. You gonna help me check it later? Excellent. Okay, Kris and Larry family, so it's been about 7 hours since we put this in. I just added some freeze-dried spinach because my garden does not have anything that's available. I'll show you what this looks like when I open this up. Okay, so I'm gonna add a handful of freeze-dried spinach on the other side as well. It will soak up some of the moisture. If I need to, I'll add some more chicken broth into this. This will soak it up. They'll wither down just a little bit. And this is ready to serve.